Hey everyone, what's going on? Mark here from TST Industries back in the garage, and behind me I have the 2025 Honda Grom, and in this video I will be going over our newest addition to the Grom market, which is our TST Y-Splitter for the rear signals on your Honda Grom. Now, we've been designing and offering Y-Splitters for various makes and models over the years, and essentially this product allows you to run two sets of signals on one OEM style connector. So whether that's on the front of the bike or the rear, like a situation where you have mirrors with signals built in and want to run flush mounts of some sort, or on the rear where you want to run an integrated tail light and external signals, you now have the ability to do so while retaining complete plug-and-play functionality with OEM-style connectors. And these have been hugely popular, but the Grom in particular presents a very unique problem. Now, if we take a look at the OEM fender of the Grom, like I have here, you will see that we have one connector coming off of it, one wire loom, and that houses a 4-pin connector, and those 4 wires are 3 positives, one for each turn signal and one for the license plate light, and then one common ground that completes the circuit for all of those. Now, I should mention that this is only a sub-harness. If you actually disassemble this OEM fender, you will find out that all 3 of these lighting solutions do have bullet connectors on them, similar to what is found on our external pod signals or our flush mounts. However, this sub-harness coming from the OEM fender cannot be purchased separately. It's not available. There's no part number unique to it. If you buy the entire assembly, you have the entire assembly. So this is where we come into play. We designed our Y-style signal harness splitter to bridge the gap and allow you to retain complete plug-and-play functionality on the rear signals of your Grom. So in a case where you have an integrated taillight with OEM style connectors on it, like ours, you will now have the turn signal housing on one side, and that houses the running and brake light function with a ground wire. And then on the opposite side of the harness, you do have the turn signal housing that has 4 wires in it, and that is the turn signal positives, the license plate light positive, and then one ground. And that goes into the tail light like so. Well, this is a problem if you want to run external signals. How do you bridge the gap between bullet connectors and this 4-pin connector? You are required to splice most of the time, and although it's not a problem, I know a lot of people out there want plug-and-play functionality. So we designed our Y-style harness splitter to bridge the gap and allow you to retain complete plug-and-play functionality while also adding on external signals that simply have bullet connectors. So as you can see here, we can imagine this is on the bike, this is going to the tail light. Main connector is plugged in, so you do already have a running and brake light function. That's functioning correctly. And now your turn signals can be connected into our Y-splitter. This will go to the bike. And then you have 4 3.5mm bullet connector receivers split off with 2 ground wires and then a left and a right turn signal wire respectively, that you can then connect a standard 2-wire external signal solution to your bike. I know I've explained this all, but let's look at it in a practical way and hop on over to the bike and break it down. So as you can see on the bike, we already have our Quadrix LED sequential turn signals installed using our pod signal mounting kit. This signal kit, this rear signal kit, can be purchased as a bundle on our website, and we do have an installation video that shows how to mount the signals to the license plate bracket of your choosing. So we won't go over that. Now let's go ahead and come up top. We're going to disconnect the tail light turn signals and show you how to connect external signals first and then using the Y-splitter. So giving you all a top view, here we have our tail light main connector that is bridged into our harness. And you can see on this side of the bike, we do have the turn signal connector, and then right here we have the main tail light connector. Now our new signal Y-splitter will connect to the turn signal connector, so let's go ahead and disconnect that. Now at this time, we do have our external signal wires right here coming in through the closeout, drilled through the pilot hole on our undertail closeout. And as you can see, even with the tail light connected, we don't have a place to connect these, and with the tail light disconnected for the turn signals, we still don't have a place. So if we grab our Y-splitter here, we will be connecting one end to the bike side harness. Once you hear that click, it is locked in place and the locking tabs are engaged. And now, with some careful wiring, wire routing, you can actually go underneath. Just for showcasing purposes, we will just do a direct connect on this end. Now, in a traditional 2-wire setup for your aftermarket turn signals, most of the time, the wire color is pretty universal. You have yellow for positive and black for negative, or red for positive, black for negative. It's usually pretty universal. In a 3-wire setup like ours, we do have the added in running light function. So the wire colors are arbitrary. What you really need to worry about is the functionality of them. Now on these Quadrix signals, we have red as the ground. So that means when we're connecting to our Y-splitter, we will go red to black. And we will cover the connection up with the pre-installed rubber sleeves on both ends. And then we will be going brown to brown or brown to green, respectively, for left and right turn signals. So let's go ahead and just do this here. Isolate that. And now we can do the same on the opposite one. So again, red to black. And then brown to brown. Now, even with this additional connector disconnected, you can see here, if I turn the bike on and activate a turn signal, we do have turn signal functions as intended. Now, if we do have an integrated tail light like ours, we can actually add that connection in line here. And just like that, we now have turn signals. And I wired them opposite, so let's go ahead and very quickly switch this. This is kind of where a little bit of your brain power will come into play in common troubleshooting techniques. If your signal wires are opposite of what you're indicating, just swap them. But when we turn it on here, we have signals in the taillight and external signals flashing at the same rate. Luckily, we do have our LED flasher relay installed, so that's not a problem. And when we come to the opposite side, we have the same. So there you have it. Just like that, you now have successfully installed our Grom Y-Splitter. Now, on these particular signals, our Quadrix signals, we do have a third wire, and this third wire is a running light function. If you wanted to obtain that running light function on the rear Quadrix signals, you can do that. That would entail you having a constant amber light and then activating signal would flash it. We do have our Quadrix D signals that do have a red running light and a red brake light wire. You can look more into that on our website. Or if you're looking at our Mech Evo signals, the wire color will be the same, but they do feature a red running light. So if you want either a brake or a constant running light with our Mech Evos, you can do that and the signal will still flash amber. And you can easily tap into a power source with the provided looms on our integrated tail light, connecting blue to red respectively on each signal would introduce that function. Or if you want to do it more inline, you can do it on the tail light connection or on the bike side harness for the main tail light plug. The choices are truly endless. And yes, this will take a little bit of brain power and troubleshooting techniques, but I think once you go ahead and use this and realize everything is plug and play and pretty self-explanatory, a lot of the guesswork goes out the window and you're building confidence in yourself, knowing that you can work on your own bike. And there you have it. So whether you want to use our Y-Splitter as a plug and play harness for external signals on your 3rd and 4th generation Grom, or you're interested in using it as a true Y-Splitter by including external signals and introducing an integrated taillight like ours, the choice is truly yours. And as you can see here, it really does bring a lot of attention and a lot of awareness to the rear of such a small mini bike like the Grom. And when you have the added functionality of sequential signals externally, plus a programmable taillight like ours with external signals, you really are maximizing the awareness around you. If you want to check out this product, find out more details, or you're just ready to hit buy, please visit our website, tstindustries.com. The link can be found in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay up to date with all the new and exciting videos we've got going on. If you just want to drop a comment, let us know where you're watching from, say hey, you like the color of this Grom, please feel free to do so in the comment field below. We'd love to hear from you. And lastly, as always, be sure to stop by our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all username TST Industries. For now, this has been Mark in the TST Garage, and we will catch you next time. Ride safe.